Hello, just setting up my getting in the other crew. Hasn't recorded on. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Monday Motivation, where we take our energy drains and turn them into energy gains. And they're not always easy. They're not always easy. I have been deeply disturbed by the goings on in Canada and the findings of 215 children at a residential school in British Columbia, a grave. And I said a prayer, obviously, because that's what we can do, is we can pray. And we're wearing orange today. This color can be healing. It represents the second chakra. It's the watery zone. It's the emotions. It's where a lot of pain and trauma is held. This will trigger a lot of renewed trauma, vicarious trauma, and so much pain and suffering. I just wanted to take this moment today to say that it is imperative that we evolve as a race. It's imperative that change is made. And often people don't like change. Change is a pain point. But there is subconscious programming in us as a species from days gone by that is mean and evil. And to think how somebody could possibly, well, it's still going on in the 21st century, so I guess it is possible. And even though we may not be those people doing those mean things, we are part of the species. So that means that we are equally as capable. And that's the scariest thoughts. So it's even more important for you and I to step into, I almost want to call it the superhuman. Become the superhuman. Because what I do know is scientifically it's proven the biggest field wins. We must be in solidarity. We must be in sovereignty. We must be the bigger field. And how do we get there? How do we transmute our energy into that bigger field? Right, it's energy. How do we shift our energy? We ground into the earth. The earth is our grounding point. She's at our frequencies about 5 to 25 hertz. She keeps us connected. She is part of that gravitational pull, that bright, shiny object in the center of the earth. That's what we want to anchor this physiology to, this energy to. Just imagine a line going down from the bottom of your feet, or for the bottom of your butt, your perineum at the very bottom, whatever you choose, down that spinal cord, through the top of the head, create that full line. We are energetic beings. It is no different. We need to refuel and recharge our energy system. Where there is energy, energy creates light, but you can't have light without dark. Both are forces. And when we have mental afflictions and we don't address them, they can grow. When we have light and we pursue the light, it too can grow. Anything that stops your mental arena from being in peace is a mental affliction that needs to be addressed. Otherwise, there's an underlying current, and that current will pull down all your other currents, right? A current is energy, a wave is energy, a frequency is energy, a vibration is energy, a thought is energy. If we are thinking bad thoughts, we have to nip it. We have to snap it. We have to put an elastic band on your wrist and pull back and snap each time you have that reoccurring thought, if that's what it takes. We've done those exercises before. That's why I know them. Whenever we're changing our language, instead of we and you or I, and in different contexts, of course, we can be talking about we as a society. Well, I as a society. Really, it's you. It's you put your I in front of it. It's me. And the me that's in blissbe.me is for mental energy, the mind and the energy. The mental and the energy, the two go together like this. It's almost like they're right beside each other. And then comes on the emotion, and then comes on the physicality. Everything else follows in. It's part of the bonus program in being a superhuman. So I want you to take a step towards being that superhuman today, this week, and what that might look like. We must evolve. We must. When we take a look at the world and the pain and the suffering of innocent people that are just, there is no superiority. There is no superiority. To have these Indigenous children ripped out of the hands of their families over the course of decades. And the last residential school was closed in Canada in 1996. That's not a long time ago. This is barbaric behavior, in my opinion. And I will stand for that opinion. What can you stand for? As a mother, this has rocked me to the core. As a human species, all this tragedy in the last, well, gosh, forever, but really in our faces in the last 18 months and ongoing. It's simply barbaric. And as a human, we must become that superhuman so that collectively we can make that shift into love, into our heart, from grounding into our earth. Then we come up in through that center line into our heart. And when we come from our heart, then we take it up higher into the higher self, the higher consciousness. Divine consciousness, if you like, supraconscious, if you like, higher self, God, creator, source, energy. There is no other superior. There is just something there in the upper inner intelligence realms. But then again, there's nothing superior. If we can take superiority out of the equation and allow for peace and freedom and higher intelligence, universal consciousness, whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat, as I like to say, please take a step. We weren't born to be miserable, mean, barbaric human beings. We were born to be in love, in connection, in higher consciousness, in evolution. And all I can do is my one simple little thing and ask you to join me. Ask you to step into educating a little bit more. Ask you to step in to embody some of this work a little bit more. And ask you to step into taking the investment to create that enrichment in your life, that enlightenment in your life, that higher consciousness in your life, and that higher healing. As we heal our wounds, and we all have them, even unknowingly at this time with all this vicarious trauma, there is a trauma just in the experience of watching the world and living in it at this time, and needing to make some serious choices of where you're going to contribute to create the world that you want. Because I know that we can do better. We can do a whole heck of a lot better. And I want to be that person that wakes up and says that every day, in every way, I am better, better, and better. Let's take 2 minutes right now and have a moment of silence. Feel your feet on the floor, your buttocks in the seat. Feel that line going down to the center core of the earth. And imagine it all the way down, anchoring in. That's your anchor, so that we can get through all this in a grounded way. Grounded gives us our intuition and our clarity, allows us to see what is right and true for you. Allow that to come up through your feet and into your lower calves, your lower legs, into your knees and into your thighs and into your hips. Feel this beautiful red energy coming into your lower abdomen, where you're going to meet your breath. Take a nice deep breath down into your lower abdomen. And inhale and allow your hand to expand and hopefully reach out to your side ribs. And on the exhale, allow it to come up into your chest and into your heart. And open your heart. On your next inhale, allow it to come into your shoulders and down your upper arms, into your elbows, down into your forearms, your hands, and your fingertips. Feel this aliveness, this groundedness. On your next inhalation, bring it into your throat. This is thy will over my will. This is where we bring our heart and our voice connection. That's so needed right now. Accountability is so needed right now. Truth is so needed right now. This is truth. Breathe into the neck. Breathe it up into your face. Clearing everything in the head, this beautiful Mother Earth energy up over the skull. You can allow it to come out the top of your head if you like, and allow it to cascade down like a waterfall, touching the first and second layers of your biofield, your energy field. Take a nice deep breath down to your lower abdomen and feel what it feels like to be grounded. And we're going to come back into our heart just briefly to bring in that centering. We want to center this line now before we take it up further. We want to center into this groundedness. You can teeter-totter just a little bit and just find where that, so I call it the 0 point. The body settles into an area. When we center, we need to pull in our energy. We might have it out in different thought projections everywhere. We want to bring it in. You can feel that we're accumulating more energy just to get this center, this hara line, this centeredness. It's almost like nobody can come over and push you over. They can't push you. 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 You are centered. You're grounded, you're centered, and now we're going to align to that divine consciousness, that higher self of you. Just allow yourself to experience that permission to heal at the same time as we enter into this, as we reach from the center line, from taking that hara line from the bottom of your feet up through the center of your spine, your head. Now we're going to take it up this like imaginary superhighway, up into the universe, past the solar system, past the Milky Way, into the cosmos. Just feel and sense that alignment. When you feel that you've got that alignment, you straight line, find superhighway to divine, higher self consciousness, the place of many names, God, creator, source, energy, guides, spirits, whatever it is that is your helpers, your higher self. Allow that to cascade down in a golden white light and allow it to come into the body in this luminescence, golden white light. Allow it to fill your head, touching every cell and every space in between each cell, offering that healing, that divine clarity and light. Draw it in through the throat, the gateway between your mind and your body. Bring it into your chest, your heart region. Allow it to come over your shoulders, and on an inhale, on an exhale, just allow your shoulders to drop 3 inches as it cascades down your arms and comes out to your fingertips, allowing you to release anything that does not serve you right now into the earth, like a tap, pouring it out your fingernails. Open those little windows and direct it directly down into the earth, not to the floor, right into the earth. And when you're done, turn off the tap. Turn off the tap and bring your hands back into your heart as we breathe that golden white light energy into your heart. Allow yourself to expand and down into your lower abdomen, your hips, your calf, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet to your toes. Just really sense this energy. I think it's something that you really love. If you're a parent, a mother or father, bring in your children. Bring in the love that you have for your children. If you are a young adult, think of you as a child and find a place that's so special in your heart about you. If you're a grandma or a grandpa, please step into that place of love, that deepest point of love, and bathe yourself in that love. I have a beautiful effervescent green that's coming through with my bathing of that love in myself. And see what color comes up for you and bathe yourself in that color. Oh, I've got pink in front of me now. Or even orange. You can bathe yourself in orange. And now offer it out to the world, to the Indigenous communities that are once again having their hearts opened for a continued point of healing and grief. And to all the people that are being unjustly harmed. To all the people being harmed, for all the people that are in suffering, for all the people that are in pain, for all the people that are in fear. Just allow them to bathe. Let's bathe them in whatever color is coming up for you right now. Just allow it to come out of your body, through your skin. Allow that energy to pass through. Feel it as you inhale it in and exhale it out. Inhale it in and exhale it out. To you, to me, to the world, to the universe. My name is Deborah O'Neill. I'm the owner and founder of BlissBee.me Integrative Holistic Health. I'm here to share because I care. And I invite you on my journey with me as a certified holistic practitioner. an energy practitioner with working with trauma and addiction. Addiction can be addiction to chaos. It can be addiction to sugar. It can be addiction to your phone. It can be an addiction to the news. It can be addiction to pain and suffering. If you're watching the news, there's a good chance you have an addiction to pain and suffering. You don't have to. We weren't born to be unhappy. I don't think we were born to be mean. And I don't think that we were born to do harm. But we need to rewire our bodies because we have 40 trillion unconscious thoughts that go through our heads per second that are directing our words, our thoughts, and our deeds. That's where we need to correct. So whether we think we need the work or we don't, we do. And I invite you to work with me. info@blissbee.me. Thank you for being here today. Continue to send out love to all those that need it. I think that's the whole world at large. Make it a great day. Thank you for being here.